Hi, welcome you all for the PM lectures. This is Raj Kamal. Today we are going to see a topic called construction of an ellipse by eccentric method. Let us see the question first. See, construction ellipse when the distance of the focus from the directrix is equal to 50 mm and the eccentricity is 2 by 3. So in this problem, they given the statement directly, it's an ellipse problem. See, by seeing the word itself we can understand it's an ellipse problem. In sometimes instead of giving direct question they given indirectly, so for that time we need to find it whether it's a problem eccentric by ellipse or parabola or hyperbola. We can find out only by using this eccentricity value. See here, if we have the numerator and denominator value, if you solve this value we can get the value of 0.06. So this value is less than 1, so it's a problem of ellipse. Sometimes if the value is equal to 1, then you can say it is a parabola. If the value is greater than 1, we can say it is a hyperbola. So by using this eccentricity value, we can find whether it's a ellipse problem, parabola or hyperbola. If the value is greater than 1 means it's hyperbola. If it is equal to 1 means parabola. It is less than 1 like this means it's a ellipse problem. This is the first step we need to find out. Okay, its value is less than 1, so it is an ellipse problem. The second step, we need to write out E is equal to 2 by 3. So this 2 by 3 is mentioning that the distance between the focus and directrix is 2 units and the distance between the C and V is 3 units. So before going to see the units, now you can see what is meant by V. So V is nothing but we can say it as vertex and F is nothing but focus and C is the midpoint of the directrix. So we need to know what is mean by directrix now. So you can see here, to draw a vertical line and name the line as A and B because the 2 points will make a line now. So this is called as directrix. There is no magnitude for this. You can draw it as per your wish. So for this line, we need to find a midpoint. This point is mentioned at C. So this is the C. And again V is the vertex. Okay, so third step, you need to add the value of the numerator and denominator of the E and you can get the value of something here for F. So why you showing is F means this is the focus distance already we know in the question. The information is given here. It is 50 mm. We need to divide this 50 by using this value. Whatever you can get here, you can divide this value. This will be helpful for us. I will tell you later. You can get 10 mm. So the first step after doing all these things, the first step is you need to draw a vertical line like this. I need to give a name A and B. That's the first step. See like this. And this is called as directrix. After that, from the midpoint, you need to mark a midpoint here now for this line and see. And you can draw a horizontal line like this. And this line is called as axis. For this line also there is no magnitude. You can draw as per use. You can draw this line for your wish. Okay, after drawing these two lines, you can get the view now like this. This is the view. Okay, you need to draw like this. So this is the vertical line. You can say it as a directrix. After that, you need to give a name A and B, and then you need to find a midpoint here. That is C. From the midpoint, you need to draw a horizontal line that is called as axis. So there is no magnitude for this. You can draw as per your wish. After that, in the question, the information is given to mark the focus. For this question, the information is 50. So for 50 mm from this C point, we need to mark a 50 mm on this horizontal line somewhere here. You can measure it and you can mark as F. And also you can show here the distance like this, but don't use the units. So you can put like this and show like this, but don't you put the units here. So instead of putting units, you can mention here the right hand side corner all the dimensions of in mm like that you can mention. Okay, so after drawing this step, you can get the output like this. You can see. After drawing this, we need to divide this C to F distance into 5 equal of, because we have the F is equal to numerator plus denominator is equal to 5. So the distance is 50 mm, we already know. We need to divide this 50 mm into 5 equal offs. Is 10. So 10 mm you need to divide like this. Okay, you can get an output like this. You can get an output. You understand? It's the final output after that step. So in the next step, need to find the vertex. So for vertex only we using this step. So for V to F distance is 2 units and C to V distance is 3 units. So each unit have 10 mm. See like this. So this is our initial point, and that means this is a 1 and this 2. So this distance is 2 units. If I am going to mark the vertex from C point, means this is my initial point, and this is the first and second, this is the 3. So totally from here 3 units. Like this we need to mark the vertex. So you can get the output like this one. See, this is the output of our vertex. So after marking the vertex, we need to measure the distance between the V to F. We need to measure the distance. For that distance, we need to draw a vertical line from the point of V and mark it as E. After marking that, simple step guys, we need to measure V to F and draw a vertical line for that distance and mark a point as E. After marking the point E, from the C point, draw an inclined line. That line will pass as the point E. Not coming for me properly, you can draw your scale. Like this, we need to draw a inclined line. See here. Okay. So after that, we need to divide the horizontal line for 10 mm, because here we divide the C to F as 10 mm only. Similarly, we can do the same thing here. That starting point we consider as C point. So this is our starting initial point. From here you can draw the vertical lines. Like this, you need to draw a vertical line. Distance of 10 mm. It's not coming properly for me guys. You can draw, use scale, you can get it. Like this you can get it. Okay, like this you can get the name. After draw the lines, you can give the name as 1 here, and here 1 dash. Similarly here 2 and here 2 dash. We need to continue. So finally you can get an output like this. For ellipse, you can draw 13 to 15 lines, vertical lines. So its parabola means you can draw 6 to 8, and for hyperbola also 6 to 8. Okay. So after this, give the names. Then you need to draw the arcs for the distance of, take a distance of 1 to 1 dash, Fs center. This diagram is not required, for understanding purpose I put here. So let's see now. The first step, we need to measure the distance of 1 to 1 dash. 1 is here, 1 dash is here. Use your compass, measure this distance 1 to 1 dash and put an arc with Fs center. So keep one leg of your compass here and put an arc for the distance of 1 to 1 dash here on and here on. After that, need to measure the distance of 2 to 2 dash. So 2 will be here and 2 dash will be here. Need to measure this distance and again Fs center. Keep your one leg of your compass here and put a pop like this. Similarly 3 to 3 dash and Fs center. Make an arc here, here. So continue this up to the 13 lines. The arc will be like this. This is the final output. Okay. So up to now you can use only H or 2H pencil only. Okay. After drawn all the things, you can draw a curve from here. You can use the H pencil only for first time. So please listen guys, from here don't remove your hand, just rotate your notebook, get the curve. So that, sorry, don't remove your hand, just rotate the notebook. The curve will passes the center point of the arcs and will be finished like this. After drawn the curve, then you can use your HB pencil, then you can draw the curve darkly. So curve only in the darker manner, other things are in a lighter manner. Okay. This is the final view. See, all things are in a lighter, the curve only in a darker manner. Okay, don't forget guys, don't remove your hand, just rotate your hand. After drawn this, you need to check the question whether the information or condition anything given for draw the tangent and normal. If they are given means we need to follow that. If they are not given means we can use to draw like this. So you can mark any point on the curve only. You can mark any point on the curve and give the name as P. Then you can join these 2 points and make it as a line. So like this guys. You understand? So next step, after draw that line, take your protractor, keep your protractor here. Like this you can keep your protractor. From this point, make 90-degree line. That line will touches the directrix line and give the name as P. Okay. So like this. So after that, draw a tangent line. That line will pass over the point P curve, not inside the curve. So it will be like this. Difficult to draw here. You can use the scale, you can get it properly. Touch over like this. After that, you need to draw a normal line. This is the tangent line and this is the normal line. Okay, that's all guys. This is the construction of an ellipse by eccentrical method. So you can see in the next video. Okay, thank you for all.